2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming right up. It's the NBA on 2. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Nets, Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 4 slot. Now, here is Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Lillard with it. Now Irving. Here's Durant. Quick shot there, and it's off target. And now Portland on the break. Lillard against Harden. Lillard, the pass to Covington. That 3 off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And you look at Robert Covington, first-team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Now here's McCollum. Nurkic dishes to McCollum.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Here's Irving. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen him.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's Nurkic following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Portland again missing.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Good.
Crazy long strides there from KD. Once he gets by you on the drive, see you later.
Harden against Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. High post, KD. Covington's there. Another shot outside for Durant. Irving for 3. Drills it from outside. Irving's got 5 now.
Trying to find that consistency from distance that's stretching out the defense, and that's why Kyrie always has an available driving lane.
Here's Nurkic, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Irving against McCollum. Right side Durant. Kevin Durant can't get that one to fall.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And the basket by McCollum. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Simons. Here's Cantor. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
This is the thing about Cantor. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Nets making a change here. Claxton's checked in. And Portland with a change here, too. Jones is checked in. And it's good for 2.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
Here's Simons. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Now the pass to Cantor. There's the dish to Jones. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Portland shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he knocks down the first one. And so Jones nails both of them. Nets leading by 3. 19 seconds left to play in the first. Harden outside. 6 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. He gets it in there.
Well, clock winding down. None better than Harden at getting buckets in a hurry.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Nets. They're up by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And before the game, we ran into Damian.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. Luwawu. Oh, good with the triple. Trailblazers trail by 3. Jones drives in, makes it off the glass.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Irving looking over the floor, passes it to Shamet. Powell with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Feeds to Kanter. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Powell's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's Irving. He has 5. Here's Luwawu. There's 3 pointers off the mark. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Simons. And now it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Outside Irving. Will it go? Can't connect from short range. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Like the execution there from Kanter. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Outside Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built and built to take that kind of contact.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Out to Anthony. Rebound, Brooklyn.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Now here's Irving. He has 7.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Knocked away. And now we've got the intentional foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. 1:36 left now here in the second. Harden the pass to Jordan. Brown outside. And here's Harden. He's got 6 to the middle. Here's Jordan. Out to Harris. Nets passing it around. 3 on the clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Having the wherewithal to get that shot off in time, Durant makes those kind of plays look effortless.
Here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. To the inside. McCollum. And the layup falls. McCollum's got his second basket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Lillard against Harden. Outside Durant. 36 seconds left in the first half of the game. Step back on that one and let it fly. KD's got 6.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Offensive rebound. Basket counts.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Harden. He's got 6.
Good defensive effort from Lillard there. He has the athletic.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Joe Harris, Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center position. Here's Jordan following the score by Damian Lillard. Outside Irving, pass to Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 8 points for him. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Here's Irving following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Durant against Covington, puts it up from 15. That one a little long. Trailblazers leading by 3. Powell, no one around him. No good on the 3. And for Brooklyn, their shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Kyrie went directly into contact that time, throwing his body at the defense.
It's his first trip to the line. Bruce Brown, who's checked in for James Harden. And a switch here also for Portland. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 6. No one near him. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
That's the strength of Lillard's game right there. Gorgeous arc, too, on that jump shot. Up in the air a little bit more.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard.
Look at that.
Now, there's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
Lillard with it. He's got 8. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Kicks to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Here's the 3. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. And Luwawu subbed in for Harris. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony has subbed in for Robert Covington. Lillard against Irving. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 11 points.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
To the left side wing. Lillard against Irving. Corner shot. Anthony. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his first bucket in this one.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harden's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Derek Jones. Little comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Simons. Out to the right wing. The wide open shot by Little. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
The pass to Claxton. Stolen by Kanter. Simons, the pass to Little. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Right wing. Three-pointer. Here's Kanter. Pass to Simons. Second chance shot. He lays it in. Simons has got the lead up to 5 now for Portland.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Harden surveying the D. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers lead by 3. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Simons in at the point. McCollum. Down low, Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 3. Brown outside. Pass to Harden. Left side, Harris. Takes it from 10. Powell pulls it in.
Well, he usually knocks those shots down with ease. Defense got very fortunate there as they gave him way too much room to get that one off.
So for the Nets, Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony's shot is off. Nets trail by 3. Here's Brown. And Cantor pulls it down.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Griffin against Anthony. Inside, Cantor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cantor's got 4 points in the quarter.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Irving kicks to Griffin. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Anthony. And foul. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Back to McCollum. He gets that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
And a new group in for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Griffin. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. Landry Shamit's checked in for Bruce Brown. And James Harden subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And that one's good. Durant.
And he sort of had that look in his eyes. Durant staying cool in a clutch moment.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Giles. Lillard outside. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
That's a tip of the cap there. Always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
Harden outside. Outside Durant. The feed to Jordan. No good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And a deep 3 from Lillard. The long distance 3 is buried. And now it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
The ability to stop there and pull up from any distance. That's why Lillard's defenders have sleepless nights.
The deep 3 from Harden. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Lillard scanning the floor. Fires at the elbow. Can't get it to go. Now 6 of 12 from the floor. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Durant down low. Looking on Nurkic. Money!
Well, anyone questioning Durant's killer instinct can stop right now. Wow.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Lillard outside. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Luwabu's shot is off. Off target. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous, and thank you, David. Great. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, we've got Durant. Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Irving at the 1. Now, here is Irving. Jordan dishes to Irving. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Now here's Jackson following the shot by Kevin Durant. Jackson passes to Zubac. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
How good is it to see the first one go through the net?
Now here's Brown. Back to Irving. Wide open. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
George against Brown. George passes to Zubac. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And the Nets with possession here after the Clippers pick up 2. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, this is Jordan's mindset, trying to extend the play and convert that effort into points.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. George passes to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Jackson against Brown. Passes it to Irving. There's the feed to Green. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And that one's good, George.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Irving. They kick it out to Green. No good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Leonard with no one around. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 5 now.
Beautiful stroke, a direct result of all the hard work Leonard's put in.
There's the pass to Green. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter of the game. 6 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. We've got 1:18 left here in the first quarter. Here's Harden. The Clippers grab the miss.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And 1:01 left here in the opening quarter. Batum, good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Harden surveying the D. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And Beverly kicks to Patterson. On the wing, Batum. Guarded by Harris. Batum passes to Patterson. Kennard on the wing. 5 on the clock. Outside for Batum. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Harden the pass to Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. And it's Shamet missing. Outside Batum. From the arc, here's Cousins. It's tipped. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 9. And naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Luke Kennard out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Harden. Harris finds Harden. Here's Claxton. Shamet the pass to Harden. And the layup's good off the glass.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Clippers leading by 9.
And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one here that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters.
Rondo dishes to Batum. Rondo passes to Man. He kicks to Cousins. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Pass to Claxton. Back to Shamet. And Harris wide open. He shoots off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Rajon Rondo. Beverly against Harden. Back to Beverly. Kennard for three. It's hauled in by Harris.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Kept alive. Griffin. Great D that time from Batum.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Kennard's shot is off. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Griffin passes to Harden. Here's Claxton. Harris finds Shamet. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. George against Irving. Brown drives in, and the dunk by Jordan.
And that is why DeAndre is such a high percentage shooter. Wow.
Outside, George. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. 1:19 left to play in the first half. Here's Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Clock at 6. Outside, George. Can they get it? That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Irving with it. KD passes to Irving. Drains the three-pointer. Irving's got 5.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper.
George looking over the floor. Leonard attacking. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Brown kicks to Jordan. Back to Brown. Outside, Green. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Green's got his first points in this one.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Here's George. And Jordan sends it back. They retain possession. Tied. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. For Brooklyn, the first quarter was not an easy one. Abysmal shooting from the field. And
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
We've got Brown. Durant is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Leonard. And no good. Great D that time from Jordan. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Over in the corner, Green. Nets passing it around, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Now, here is Irving. 5 points in the game. Left side, Jordan. Outside, Green. Clock is at 3. For the lead.
Locked down, Leonard, a smothering force on the defensive end.
KD's shot is off. And Durant sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. Tipped away.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Arguably the most athletic center in the game, DeAndre Jordan is always a threat on the fast break.
George with no one around. Los Angeles with another miss.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Yeah, the step back. KD with the bucket. KD's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
What I love about Durant, doesn't force anything. Everything comes naturally and under control.
Here's George. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Patterson comes in for Morris, and it's Batum in for Paul George. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Here's Claxton. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Clippers trail by 6.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Cousins. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I think the body control is the most impressive element about DeMarcus Cousins. He's a well-coordinated athlete.
Here's Batum. Cousins, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Irving. He's got 7. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter of the game. On the wing, Irving. Shot clock at 6. Back to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. He can't hit that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. For the tie. And the layup good by Beverly. Beverly's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
I like seeing Patrick Beverly attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter oriented.
Now, here's Shamet. Kennard covering.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down hard.
And that's just showing off. DeMarcus with the creativity plus the thunderous force.
Irving against Beverly. Irving passes to Claxton. And he uses the glass on the layup. Claxton's got 4 points this quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
27 seconds left to play in the third. Beverly finds Cousins. Back to Beverly. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Patterson passes to Cousins. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. For Brooklyn, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
We know he's one of the best offensive players in the league. What I've seen lately from Kyrie is an improvement in his focus on the defensive end.
Here's Leonard. Great D that time from Griffin. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Brooklyn ahead, up by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So for the Clippers right now, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Rondo in at the guard position. Outside, George. He dishes it to Morris. Griffin with some nice D. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Jeff Green is checked in for Blake Griffin. Harden the pass to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
Zubac the pass to George. And the shot goes in.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And George gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. It's Harden with the drive.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
And here's George for 3. The shot comes out, and Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Right side, Kevin Durant. Yep, it counts.
You just marvel at Durant's fluidity for his size. Stopping and popping, he's one of a kind.
Leonard dishes to Jackson. This one for 3. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Leonard.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had one triple in the first half, now has his second.
Back to Harden. Pass to Green. Jordan, high post, working on Zubac. 4 on the clock. KD finds Harden. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Harden's got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn. George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
George against Harden. Feeds it to Jordan. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
And DeAndre has really beefed up his body over the years, remaining ready for whatever the defense throws his way.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut back down to 8 points. They needed that one from George. And a lot of contact up, and so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Teron Lue's huddle. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
Outside, KD. Buried from 15 feet out. And the Nets lead by 11.
The ball handling from Durant really a key to what sets him apart as a player. He can pull up and break you down.
Batum dishes to Cousins. Outside for Batum. 16 feet away. The shot misses. Great D that time from Jordan. Nets leading by 11.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Brooklyn.
Didn't look like a game that was going to work out for them, but man, how things changed in a hurry.
Man, I'd say it was gutsy, Kevin, in terms of what they were able to do in that comeback. An incredible amount of fortitude when facing all of that adversity. And not just to come back, but how about to come back and win going away?
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jordan.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Here's Durant. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Harden against Batum. On the wing, Irving. So it's the Nets picking up the win. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the pivot, manning the middle. And for Brooklyn, Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Durant, and misses it off the right side of the rim. DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. He feeds it to Lopez. Over Jordan. Lopez, no luck. And here are the Nets. Here's KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
The Nets on offense. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Lopez with the block.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
Brown, he's checked in for James Harden. 14 feet away. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance. He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Outside for Jordan. Irving against Holiday. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And the best part of that sequence wasn't Holiday's steal, but his quick decision to push the ball and start the break. That's when the D's most vulnerable, and he took advantage.
Irving finds KD. Pulls it from the elbow. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Brown against DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Lopez, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Yep, that one goes. Durant's got 6. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Here's Irving after the basket by Milwaukee. Outside, KD. Back to Irving. Action coming off the assist from KD. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
It's the balance that Kyrie Irving maintains even after getting hit on the drive. It's incredible.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez, and he banks in the layup.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. There's 48 seconds left in the first. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Pass to Connaughton. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Portis. To the paint, here's Holiday, and it's all evened up.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
And here's Harden. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the jam by Harden.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Nets. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Luwawu is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. So that's the Nets' 5. But they recover it. Portis kicks to Connaughton. There's the lob to Portis.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Brown feeling out a bit. Count it. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Holiday. Passes it to Connaughton. Right side, Portis. 6 on the shot clock. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Claxton, defended by Portis.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Brooklyn making some changes. Griffin comes in for Green, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Brown. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Middleton's checked in. Pass to Portis. He kicks to Tucker. The tray. He can't get that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. The pass to Luwawu. From downtown. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Luwawu's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Connaughton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Right side, Portis. Middleton drives in. It's hauled in by Claxton.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. And you can put those alley-oop feeds as high as you need to when Griffin's on the receiving end. He'll pick it up off the top of the backboard if he has to.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, pass to Forbes. Over to the left wing. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Claxton. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Forbes can't get it to go. Holding with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Back to Shamet. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. And then for Milwaukee, Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton.
Woo-hoo, Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
And they get it. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And the Bucks making a change here. Holiday's checked in. The Bucks shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Irving against Holiday. Now, here's Shamet. Guarded closely. And the dunk by Jordan.
Well, we've seen this one or two times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. No points in the game yet for him. Lopez, no luck.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
For three, Harris. And the shot goes in. Jordan's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets. Holiday. Banked in off the glass. Here's Shamet. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above 4.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. Holiday against Irving. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. If you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And that one is good. Antetokounmpo's got 7.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Irving against Holiday. Harris passes to Jordan. The kick out to Brown. 6 to shoot. Durant with it. Giannis is there. And that one's good. Durant.
Those jumpers, they might as well be layups for Kevin Durant. That's his comfort zone.
Outside Holiday. The feed to Lopez. And it's blocked by Jordan.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Irving dishes to Jordan with the shot. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. He's got 8.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Holiday surveying the floor. And Jordan sends it back.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes. Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
1:53 left in the third. Here's Giannis, and the dunk by Giannis.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
There's 1:40 left here in the third quarter. Outside Irving. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. For Brooklyn, they have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Now you think about it, over time, Joe Harris has made himself a viable option as an NBA player. He's got such offensive versatility.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. DiVincenzo against Harden. Passes to Johnson. To the middle. And stolen by Portis. To the left wing. Here's Connaughton. And a miss there on the triple.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Green. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Luwawu, the pass to Green. Clock at 6. Harden against DiVincenzo.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Feeds to Tucker. Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Tucker. Dishes it to Forbes. Here's Portis. The pass to Connaughton. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Nets leading by 6. We've got Green. Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Griffin kicks to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Green. A three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Irving. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Irving against DiVincenzo. Irving passes to Claxton. Misses from short range. Bucks trail by 4. DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Connaughton. Back to DiVincenzo. To the inside. Portis kicks to Connaughton. From deep. Griffin grabs the board. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've led by as much as 10. DiVincenzo against Irving. Passes it to Claxton. That one falls. And the Nets lead by 6.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And here's Holiday. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Griffin. Here's Irving. That one misses. And Milwaukee will come the other way. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Holiday, the pass to Tucker. Knocks it loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. And Brooklyn making a change here. Brown's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Brown outside. And the pass to Griffin. Now Harden, guarded by Holiday. 5 to shoot. A 15-footer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. The kick out to Lopez. Fires for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
You can see why they go to Brook Lopez, his calming presence to deliver in the clutch.
Harden against Holiday.
2 minutes.
Now, here is Harden. Oh!
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Bucks trail by 7. Now here's Giannis. Here's the floater. A rebound by the Nets. Harden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Brown outside. That shot no good. And Milwaukee the other way now. It's stolen by Green. Harden the pass to Claxton. The kick out to Brown. Takes the 3. Harden's shot is off. Bucks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Here's Giannis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
KD's checked in for the Nets.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
Now Harden. There's 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Durant up top, defended by Middleton. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Nicholas Claxton. And stolen by Harris. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Durant. Lopez grabs the board.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Stolen by Holiday. Now the Bucks moving it up. Off with the layup. And Harden wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Kyrie Irving. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at center.
And KD sets up those crossovers as a big 7-footer. He handles the ball so well, and that's a great decision out of a pick-and-roll set.
Now here's Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. Three-pointer. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Irving passes to KD. Shoots over Powell. A nice shot by KD. KD's got his second basket of the game. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Brown is checked in for Kyrie Irving. On defense, Portland. 4-point game. It's Harden with the drive.
As crafty.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Portland again missing. Brown kicks to Harden. Back to Brown. Nets passing it around and stolen by Lillard. McCollum passes to Covington. Back to McCollum. It's stolen by Brown. And now here's Durant. The fast break opportunity. Lobbed up there for KD.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Harden the pass to Durant. Pass to Jordan, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. Durant dishes to Jordan. Taken away by Anthony. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Anthony.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pass to Harris. Now here's Durant. 6 to shoot. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
Lillard outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Harden, and stolen by Lillard. It's Anthony with the drive. Powell, no one around him, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. Brooklyn leading by 3. To the inside. Here's Jordan. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And Brooklyn has possession. Portland making their last shot. Harden. Lillard with the rebound.
Oh, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
The shot by Powell, no good. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. 3-point lead.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And there's the pass to Cannon. It's McCollum on the wing. Shoots over Shamet. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how
Humble beginnings. I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Kyrie Irving. He's out there with Brown. Green is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cantor. And Robert Covington subbed in for Anthony. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Basket good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Passes it to Brown. Back to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. And they pick up 2. And the Nets lead by 1.
Look, this guy, Kyrie Irving, has incredible confidence when he's going inside to finish over the D.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Irving. It's McCollum on the wing. Lets it go. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. McCollum's got the lead up to 1 now for Portland. Irving looking over the floor. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. He dishes it to Griffin. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Simons. Now here's Nurkic. Griffin with the steal. And here we go. Griffin heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. And now a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Simons, covered by Irving. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Here's McCollum. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. McCollum's got 8 here in the quarter.
Took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Irving passes to Brown. Portland grabs the miss.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Oh, that's good.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
And here is Shep. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Here's Anthony. 26 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Kicks to Cantor. Pass to Lillard. Lobs it up for Cantor. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And while not a huge leaper, Cantor does have enough length and athleticism to make a play like that simple.
Harden surveying the D. And the jam by Harden. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And a close game so far through the first. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At one stretch in the opening period. And
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Clearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Durant down low. Defended by Covington. Durant, that's good.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
Lillard from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Harris. Nets leading by 3, and the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. Brown is checked in for Brooklyn. Now Harden from deep three-point range. To the paint. The kick out to Brown. It's Harden with the drive. Shot clock at 5. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Some solid defense from Harris. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Jordan the pass to Harden. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 6 points for James Harden.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Lillard attacking. Nurkic trying to get open. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Harden outside from deep. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Lillard. Over Harden. Lillard misses.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
No better way to fire up your teammates. Durant showing good athleticism on the Monster Jam.
Lillard with it. 11 points in the game. Lillard again missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark. And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And an intentional foul right there. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Nets leading by 8. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Here's Simons. Up again. It's good on the putback.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Irving passes to Shamet. To the middle. Here's Green. And he banks in the layup. Green's got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a quick pass.
McCollum, no good. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
Right here.
Outside Irving. Throws it up high.
Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
The pass to Simons. Rebounded by the Nets.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Down low. Irving kicks to Shamet. Over McCollum. And it's Shamet missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from McCollum. Outside Irving. Lobbed up there for Green. It's McCollum on the wing. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets going into the break with. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Griffin in at the center position.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Anthony. Great tee that time from Green. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's KD. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Anthony gets it to go.
Felt like the whole team knew they were going to get out into transition. Melo takes full advantage.
Outside Irving. Here's Green. Outside KD. They kick it out to Green. Clock at 4. And KD the bucket on the assist by Griffin. And the Nets lead by 10.
Oh man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
The shot by Lillard wide open. Off target from outside.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Durant deciding where to go with it. From outside the arc. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hollis Jefferson passes to Cantor. Foul for 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Durant. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Bully ball in action as Melo gets himself way deep into the paint where he knows he can score.
Irving against Lillard. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. KD, that's for 2. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Well, for a tall guy, Durant has such dexterity and rhythm on the catch and shoot. It's just interesting to watch.
Now, here's Lillard. From deep three-point range, Blake Griffin pulls it in. Irving passes to Harris. Outside Durant. From deep. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Trying to find that consistency from distance that's stretching out the defense, and that's why Kyrie always has an available driving lane.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
There's the 3. KD, that's for 2. Offensive rebound, Nets. From deep. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Lillard just plays with a flat-out edge. Dangerous as a player who knows how to draw contact inside.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And McCollum subbed in for Powell. It's Brown on the wing. Johnson against Lillard from deep three-point range. Nice D from Lillard. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
Johnson against Lillard. Johnson, the pass to Johnson. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. Gets the three to fall.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the football. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So the Nets starting 5. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Leonard against Harris. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Jordan's shot is off.
3 misses to start the game. Still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
Here's Leonard outside Jackson. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well, the reserves.
Irving can't hit.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
George, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Irving with a clean look. Goes back up. And Jordan with the nice inside bucket.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
George way outside. And the Clippers miss again. Brooklyn with the ball. Irving, the open look. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Here's Jordan after the basket by Los Angeles. Just 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Harden, no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Really left alone that time.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Now Leonard following Durant's three-point attempt. Leonard inside. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now here's Harden. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Over Rondo. Again, the Nets for 2.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Here's Rondo. He feeds it to Cousins. And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Now here's Batum. It's good.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Harden finds Brown. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Harden. Over in the corner, Brown. Misses the three. Outside Leonard. Pass to Kennard. Back to Leonard. From deep. Oh, good on that one. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Luke Kennard out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum. And it's George in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The Nets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
And the Nets making a change here. Claxton's checked in. Back to Rondo. To the middle. Here's Cousins. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And he makes that one.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Knocked loose and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star
No
last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Here's Irving. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
You can't allow Irving that look. You just can't give him that. He's too talented a player.
Left side, George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Irving kicks to Griffin. Irving looking for an opening. He gets hauled in by Beverly. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. And it's George again missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Irving attacking outside for Griffin. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down. You know, the scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Outside Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Griffin passes to Shamet. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Luke Kennard. And the Nets miss again. Clippers trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
1:16 left in the second quarter.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Here's Leonard. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Leonard from deep, three-point land. Another miss by Leonard. Nets leading by 5. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Durant just inside the line. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50% for Los Angeles. They've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. That's 3 of 9. Jackson passes to Zubac. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Stolen by Beverly. Here's Zubac. Finished off the break.
Well, I think the tenacity of Beverly is really what makes him a clawing, nagging nuisance as a defender.
And some good action through the first. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above. And that'll do.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Irving. Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in at the 5. Kicks it out to Harden. Irving passes to Harden. Back to Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got 6.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is underestimated strength.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
George dishes to Leonard. He nails it, and we're tied up. He has 7.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Harris outside. Leonard with the steal. To the inside. George. And it's George finishing it off.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
you know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Jackson against Harden. Zubac kicks to George. Back to Zubac. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 2. Right side, Jordan. The shot from the low post is good. Jordan's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Irving.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Rondo passes to Cousins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
Boy, that time Cousins got his man in the air and was able to draw the contact. Good play by him.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Harden dishes to Brown. Oh, Griffin in position and stolen by Patterson. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. He lobs it up.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Beverly against Harden. And foul on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Patterson. Back to Beverly. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Outside, Griffin. And here's Brown outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
The nastiness, the edge, the tenacity, the ferocity that Beverly plays with, really admirable.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Patrick Patterson, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. George with the ball, picked up by Brown. George passes to Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Back to Irving. To the paint, here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Beverly looking around. Patterson, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
To the inside. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And George, here we go. That one goes. Count it.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Luwawu Cabarro.
I think he's the most creative finisher in the league. Irvin's so good at finding holes in the defense.
Jackson against Irving. Here's Zubac. No stopping him. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
KD on the wing. There's 1:54 left in the fourth. Here's Jordan.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it. Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
Now here's Jackson. This is it to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Irving kicks to Jordan. Back to Irving. Lets it go from deep. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Kyrie, not a bad answer. He'll give you the needed hoop when you need it most.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Clippers lead by 4. Kennard against Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
Jackson passes to Zubac. And stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. KD's got the ball. The offensive rebound. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And just look at what Durant is doing. My goodness.
Jackson with it. To the middle. The pass to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Clock at 6. Morris kicks to Zubac. Over Jordan. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes. But in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Timeout called the Nets. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, DeAndre Jordan.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of it.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Down low, Leonard with the steal. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Got it!
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt this is a...
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
So the Nets starting five. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in at the 2 spot. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. Now here's Durant, 4 on the shot clock. Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
Holiday against Jordan. Goes up on the high post. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
Here's Harris. Following the basket by Brook Lopez. Harris, good.
And this is what we call a sniper from the outside. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
Middleton with it. Picked up by Brown. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
2 points. That one goes.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Now here's DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
Holiday against Harden. Outside for Durant. The shot missing. And Milwaukee will come the other way. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Middleton right side. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Pass to Lopez. Makes it off the glass. Lopez has got his second basket of the game.
Well, we know Brook Lopez can play with strength. He is amazing at converting these difficult opportunities.
Harden against Holiday. Outside for Jordan. Harden the pass to Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harris has got 5 points so far.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to play tonight.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Lopez. Middleton against Harris. Tries it from 19. The rebound by Harden. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. The kick out to Brown. Back to Harris. The pass to Brown. Middleton against KD. Kicks it out to Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Over onto Antetokounmpo. That one off the back iron and out. Bucks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Lopez dishes to Holiday. Kicks it out to Giannis. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Then for the Nets, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Bruce Brown. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Chris Middleton. Then for the Nets, Luwawu Cabarrot. He's checked in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Now, here is Irving. Cross contact. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's tipped. Shamet, and that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. We recently caught up with
being able to go through adversity and come out stronger.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
They've got Portis. P.J. Tucker is out there with Holiday. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Connaughton following the basket by Blake Griffin. Connaughton passes to Forbes. And he's good on the 3-ball.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Irving against Holiday. Irving surveying the floor. Griffin passes to Claxton. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Now, here's Portis. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Forbes outside Holiday. Pass to Portis. Nice D from Griffin. Nets leading by 6. Here's Claxton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Any sharp guys in the NBA. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Shamet with it. Back to Irving. Passes to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Shamet.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Here's Lopez, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, given his height, Lopez has an ability to power through contact. Just tremendous strength from the big man.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
And that one drops. Irving's got 5 points so far.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. DiVincenzo kicks to Forbes. The feed to Lopez. Back to Forbes. It's blocked. Here's the break. Here's Shamet. The putback. The three. It's hauled in by Giannis.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Now here's Durant. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Drew Holiday. He's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Holiday looking for an opening. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Dishes to Lopez. The putback. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Brooklyn leading by 5. Brown outside. There's the pass to Harden. And there it is for him.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Holiday, here we go. Lopez. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Jordan. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Outside Holiday. Giannis high post. A 3-ball. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's... Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Brooklyn. Found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to... And...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Nice game. Great performance by Brook Lopez.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And, boy, this young guy has done just that.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Harden. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Inside. Here's Lopez. Great D that time from Jordan.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the Freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
Now, here is Harden over Holiday. Brown inside, defended by DiVincenzo. Lopez with the block.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
And they continue to control the glass.
Durant wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. Now here's Lopez. Here's DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. They get the rebound.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
DiVincenzo against Brown. Outside for KD. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Nets lead by 8.
After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get one to fall.
Holiday against Harden. Back to Holiday. And the layup is good. Holiday's got his first 2 points.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Holiday against Harden. Feeds it to Harris. A rebound by the Bucks.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Bucks passing it around. Giannis dishes to Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And it's Shamet missing. Bucks trail by 4. Connaughton passes to Tucker. Off target with his 3. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Irving for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Irving's got 8 points. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Now, here's Tucker following the miss by Griffin. Antetokounmpo kicks it to Tucker. Back to Giannis. Doesn't go for him. The Nets go the other way with it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Stolen away. Fast break, Milwaukee. And it's in there. Giannis has got 4 points this quarter.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Griffin. And here is Shamet. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Irving. And he gets it to go.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Shamet with the steal. Got it off in time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Brooklyn bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with 3 quarters behind us, Let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. P.J. Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And so it's Milwaukee now, following the three-point attempt by Blake Griffin. Good on the shot. Portis has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Bucks.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Harden. Passes it to Claxton. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up from 15. Claxton. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 7.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Now here's Tucker. D right on him. Holiday against Harden. Stolen by Harden.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Harden against Holiday. Portis, the pass to Holiday. Back to Portis. Pass to Connaughton. And stolen by Harris. Harden with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. Nobody should be surprised to see Holiday sending shots away.
Holiday, James Harden missing on the 3. Here's Connaughton and taken away by Brown. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Poke loose. Bucks trail by 9. Here's Holiday. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Harden against Holiday. It's Harden with the drive. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Bruce Brown.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
And the basket by Harden. And the Nets lead by 9.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
And here we go. Giannis heading to the hoop.
Such opportunistic basketball right there. And that's when they desperately needed it.
Harden with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Durant in the corner. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Holiday. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Milwaukee the rebound. The kick out to Holiday. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
It's Harden with the drive.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Middleton left side. Here's DiVincenzo. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Trying to get open is Lopez. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Durant way outside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.